Even when I was doing my pure water content, most of my inspiration came from Aki and Papa movies. Like, yes, I watched them a lot. Most of the contents I shot, I would literally go back to YouTube and watch a lot of Aki and Papa movies and then dig out the content from there.
But your kind of content did not shape the kind of movies that you do. Yeah. How are you able to separate those two people? So pure water seller, house girl, you would think, oh, maybe when she's going to act, she's going to
still stay in that character.
But you branched out completely. I started playing Lover Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, it was intentional because, I mean, in Nollywood, once you agree to a particular type of thing, they decide that they are going to use rope and put it on your neck and make sure that you do that. So I intentionally started turning down certain type of scripts. It has to really make sense before I played that house girl character. The script needs to make sense. If it's one, come and do this, but then do house girl, I'm like, no. So you need to actually give something. For example, Wheels of the Heart, I played house girl, but you can see that the storyline was not the typical house girl that suffers and...
That's why you fall in love for that.
For Wheels of the Heart.
It's not that one that you're kissing that guy up and down.
Which guy? Are you jealous?
Which one?
There was one I stumbled on YouTube. Is it Micheal Dappa? One of
see if my kiss Micheal Dappa clips in Joshua.
I've not kissed.
You're not. Oh, sorry.
You have not kissed. Okay, because he's not kissed.
Yeah. Ray I think Ray was that first one. Fake celebrity boyfriend.
No, what? Are we mistaken it? Ray Adeka.
Ray Adeka, sorry.
Yes.
Did
we kiss a fake celebrity boyfriend?
I can't remember. It has been long.
Because I know the director was a Jesus woman, so she was very particular about not kissing. So I don't think we kissed in that film.
Okay, now, because we always, one way or the other, we always segue to all this kissing conversation. No. When that kind of thing comes, how is it for you? Is it something that you don't mind
it's work.
Because it's work?
It's work, and it's not like we're tongue kissing. Yeah. No, but we don't kiss. I don't know if people kiss with their tongues, but I do not kiss with my tongues. My teeth are always clenched. So it's the lip, but because it's an act, we have to make it believable. What do they do?
She's trying to realize how to
yeah, you have to actually...
Let's try.
No way.
It's our work.
This is what people do here.
Okay. We have a guest in the studio.
Wow. Sorry.
Behave yourself.
Wow.
But I mean, some people kiss with their tongue, but I just do not think it's okay to swipe saliva with every single person that you shoot with. And besides, it's a job. So when I see someone coming to say, oh, I didn't really get a good kiss, you're not supposed to get a good kiss. It's a job.
Okay.
Act and go home. Why do you want a good kiss?
Who said that, by the way?
I don't know. People say it.
Okay. All right. Amazing. So let's talk. We'll still get back to that.
We're not getting
No. I'm not talking about the kissing part. I mean, I'm done with the kiss. I always try to avoid the whole kissing situation. And okay, so let's take it away from movies a bit. Let's talk about your content. Yeah. First of all, I mean, we had Kanaga on the show last week, and he gave us his side of, the whole live to live content and all of that. What's your side? How did that content come about? Then when you were shooting it, did you at any point think, oh, this is AMVCA worthy?
No. So I scroll a lot on the internet. I watch a lot of TikToks, right? Even when I was doing my pure water content, most of my inspiration came from Aki and Papa movies. Like, yes, I watched them a lot. Most of the contents I shot, I would literally go back to YouTube and watch a lot of Aki and Papa movies and then dig out the content from there. So that particular day, I remember I was watching a content on TikTok and I saw like a white lady and a white guy doing something that had to do with domestic violence, and there was no sound, there was no audio. There was no audio, it was just music playing in the background. And I'm like, I want to shoot something like this. And then I pick up my notes, because if you open my notes, you see when I was shooting content, you go to my notes and you see how I want to shoot it, right? So I open my notes and I wrote out how I want each scene to be from the beginning scene. I know I wanted flower bouquet, I know I wanted gifts, so I wrote out everything. And I'm like, who do I want to shoot this thing with? And then I reached out to Prince Nelson, first to shoot it. I've forgotten what his reason was, but he didn't shoot that with me.
You're lost.
Forgotten what his reason.
OJ is very petty, right?
I forgot what his reason was, but he refused that. But that was my first person, because I wanted someone taller than me that would be able to assert dominance. Yes, I didn't want someone small. And then I'm like, KJ looks young, but he could pull it off.
Now these young boys, they always do.
So I was like, KJ, because I also needed someone that is my friend, so that they would understand that. Because some people, there are certain contents you put to people, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to be seen in this light. And then at that particular time, KJ had done like 2 movies that had to do with domestic violence, so it was kind of touchy for him because he didn't want people to feel like, maybe that's what this guy did. You want to collab? And they're like, yeah. And then that day came, we shot the content, and when it was edited, down to the song that we used, down to the audio, I picked out every single thing. I said, this is the song I want you to use to edit it. So I picked out every single thing. They edited it, the video came in. Now there's a thing that happens when I shoot a content that is very good. I find myself watching and watching and watching and watching.
Mistakes. Yeah, I think every content person does
I'm like, no, this thing cannot be perfect. There has to be something wrong. I rewatched and rewatched and rewatched and rewatched and rewatched. I'm like, okay, no problem. We shot it.
But at some point, you now watch it to our next day that you now get tired of it.
I never actually got tired of it. Yeah. I never got tired of that content. Never. Even up to today, I can just go and rewatch it. I never get tired of the content, which is weird because you watch your content and you're like, okay, don't do.
Yeah.
Right? And then I now realized that International Women's Day was on the 8th of March. And I was like, let's post this thing on International Women's Day. Yeah. And I said, mad. And then International Women's Day, we posted it. And normally when I post the content, I just drop my phone and put it on DND because I get anxious when the
reactions,
so I get really anxious. So that day, I posted and KJ had to drop a comment about the domestic violence. I pinned it so people don't think, oh, this is how it is. And then after a while, he calls me like, so if you don't see that content, it will go. And I said, okay. And I opened my Instagram and I'm seeing thousands of likes, first of all. And there's something I always do on my Instagram. I think that's the mad feature that Instagram brought. I always put a poll. Because some people do not want to comment because they don't want it to be like, oh, my comment is not that poll. But they will vote in that poll. True. Because not everybody can see that. True. That poll, I think right now it has 100 and something thousand votes. Amazing. The video has 4.2 million views. I've forgotten how many shares it has. And then even with the poll, it still had comments. Normally when you put a poll, it drops down your comments. But even with the poll, the video had...
Okay.
Then you not took it to the next level. Then AMVCA...
Then when AMVCA came, there's another content I shot. It was for Independence Day that I shot with 4 guys. And then I'm like, okay, one Nigeria, let me submit this content. I submitted the content, but I know I cannot submit 2 contents. So I tell KJ. So I tell KJ, how far? I've submitted Independence Day.
You run that one.
Yes. I'm like, so you now come to my house, let's submit under your name. One. So instead of it being Sophia Chisom and Canada, it will be Emmanuel Kanaga and Sophia Chisom.
Okay, so now I see why this thing has to be with your friend because there's a lot of intentionality that goes with it. Okay, so let's step away from AMVCA a bit and step back to movies and all of that. So sometime last month, I had Clinton Joshua on the show, and when we posted up his video on YouTube, we had a lot of comments, pointing at Soso. Like saying, oh, your chemistry with Soso. I think that was Starboy or something like that.
Yeah, Starboy.
Yeah, there was Starboy. Yes. And, I've seen you being shipped with Clinton Joshua in real life. I've seen you being shipped with Micheal Dappa, especially after Sweet and So.
Short and Sweet.
Short and Sweet, God bless you. So. Then Sweeter Than Ever, the part 2. Then I've seen you being shipped with Saga, Falling Notes, and the one you guys did, 1 plus 1 plus 1. Then I've seen you being shipped with, especially Kanaga.
Oh, you have missed Nas Boy.
No, so that's what came from content.
What if it's not content? What if that is the real... What's your relationship?
Guys, please, if you have watched up to this extent, do not forget to hit that subscribe button showing on your screen right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on bell notification so you always be notified whenever a video like this pops up, right? Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
Because of her movies with men, her partner broke up with her and all of that. This shipping, every ship. Does it affect your personal relationship?
So,
and how is it easy for you to not catch feelings? Because you get some kind of film where I go shoot, where after the film I ask you, after what are we?
So the thing now is, it's just like going to your regular 9-to-5 job and you see a very fine guy that you're seeing every single day and he probably buys you lunch every single time.
That's OJ.
Yeah, will you fall in love with OJ?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, so it is what it is.
Okay. Wow.
You have to use another.
Wow. So tell me, what if you have like 5 OJs in the office?
I
knew it. This babe, I just knew it. Okay. No, but
how's it for you?
I don't know. It's a job.
Okay.
I think I've just learned how to call it a job and know how to. So what I do is when I shoot a film, I leave the character at the set and I go home. We are finished. I finished shooting with some of my co-acts, and we don't even reach out to each other until we see again on another set.
Is that intentional?
It is intentional.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to lie. Sometimes you're with someone on set for 4 to 5 days, and they're on their best behavior, maybe because they like you. And then they're like doing sweet things for you. You have to realize that alpha is just for this guy. We'll go out. If we go out, we'll give each other space. When you now go home and give each other space, there's no communication. When you come back on set, the person continues again. It's just bullshit.
Okay.
I actually have so much work. I think we have to wrap up very soon.
Let's check out some of our works, and of course, when we come back, Big Soso will still be right here in the building. This one, like, like just.